Good afternoon, everyone. Our email weekly update is coming to you in a video format today, just because I want to show you a few features. Um, so this week we are starting essay number 3, and the good part about essay number 3 is that it is um, basically the same thing you did for essay number 2, but with a few key differences. And those differences are you're finding the article from a scholarly source from our library instead of a Google search. And you're also focusing on APA format. All right. I know that APA format is probably what you're least comfortable with. Um, so really on this essay, in addition to also working on your summarization skills, and really perfecting them, we're really going to focus on the formatting in APA. The sequence of your assignments are pretty much the same as before. You're finding the article, you're annotating the article, you're writing the rough draft, and then going through the same process. Um, when we go to the finding articles assignment, it does say create an APA citation in mybib.com. So I really love mybib.com as a secondary resource for how to cite things, how to format it. But you don't have to use it. If you do use it or any other citation generator out there, you need to make sure that the citation is correct. Because sometimes when you put it into these electronic sources, they pick up different information that don't belong there. So you have to know the basics of APA format to check that out and make sure it's correct. Um, the other good part is that a lot of the scholarly journals you find on our databases through the library already have the citations created for you. You just have to know where to look. So very quickly, this is the general format of an APA citation. So it's much like MLA, but instead of writing out the full first name, it's just an initial. And you also have the publication here. The year is important because that also goes into our in-text citations. Along with this email, I will be giving you access to two of my presentations that I've done in the past, comparing and contrasting the MLA and APA citations, so you can see the little differences. But in addition to that, you can always use OWL, the online writing lab at Purdue. You can use the resources in our modules. There is an APA formatting guide there. Um, and also, if you still have questions, of course, you can email me and I will get back to you as soon as I can. But let's talk about finding our articles in the databases. So when you are on your Gateway website, all right, you can scroll down here and go down to library. Now, there is the option here that you can just put in a search thing and search through it, but I would prefer that you come down to research and you click on databases. All right, click on those databases. And I personally prefer Academic Search Premier, but you can use JSTOR, you can use Gale, whatever you feel comfortable with if you've used these in the past. All right, so I'm just going to choose Academic Search Premier. And it will open up. You can choose all of these. I'm going to choose all of them just because that makes it simple. All right, so now here are a few key things that you need to do in your search. So it needs to be a local community issue. So we're going to put Arizona here. All right. Arizona is the very first thing. So if it's a local and community issue, it could be the same issue as your previous as essay number 2. It may not. It could be something else. But that is up to you to decide. So I'm going to go with Arizona homeless and see what kind of things come up. All right. So there are only a couple articles here, but you do have an article. The good news is that you have full PDF text for one of these articles. One thing that I did forget to mention in this search, Arizona homeless. So, you can choose full text, so only full text comes up. All right. And then number of pages, you want greater than 4 pages, just like the previous one, because we need to have enough material to condense down into our summary essay for 2 pages. All right. So I say around 4 pages because generally 4 pages you can condense down to 2. But your article is probably going to be longer than 4 pages just because that's how scholarly journals work. All right. So I'm going to search that again. The same article comes up. I'm going to go ahead and choose the PDF full text. And of course, the whole article comes up here. Now, this is only 2 pages. They counted 1, 2, 3, 4 for the 4 pages. The cool thing about this is that they have the citation already. If you go over here to the right-hand side, you have these different choices. This little paper here is the citation. And of course, we are doing APA citation. So if you go ahead and click on this, copy and paste it, that is your full citation that you need for your reference list. Now, one thing I do want to draw attention to is that this isn't necessarily correct. And that is why it's important that you're paying attention to everything, because in APA format, after the first word, none of the other words should be capitalized in the title, but these are all capitalized. Raising should be capitalized, and of course, Arizona, because it's a proper noun, should be capitalized. But everything else should be lowercase. And that is one of the peculiarities of APA citations. They should all be lowercase in the title. And you'll be able to see that in those presentations that I share with you. So even this setup isn't absolutely 100% perfect. To show you one again, I'm going to go ahead and let's see, Phoenix Education Funding. Here's another article that we're going to try and find. Number of pages, we want at least 4. Go ahead over here. Nothing was found. So let me limit this to just Phoenix Education. All right, so there is one here. It just takes some searching. I know that finding specific Arizona-based materials are difficult on these websites, or especially on EBSCOhost. You may have more luck on another source, which is fine. I'm trying to think of a different Arizona civil rights. Let me go ahead and look that up. Okay, there we go. That's a good suggestion. Okay. So we're going to choose another PDF format. I'm going to choose an article from an academic journal. The periodicals are fine if you want to use a periodical. Just make sure it's long enough. All right, so here's the whole article. Again, you can come over here and cite APA. Once again, it is all uppercase. It should not be all uppercase. It should be a lowercase s and a lowercase f here. But other than that, everything else for the citation is correct. All right. And that's what you're doing for APA format. If you can't find something based solely in Arizona, look nationally. Just look for homeless population issues, or if that's your topic, or educational funding problems. Broaden your search a little bit. I'm okay with that. I know it says not national or global here, but if for some reason you can't find something on your topic, go national or global just to make it easier on you. All right, that is how you search for your article. And of course, the annotation process and everything is all the same, copy and paste and things like that. One other thing that I do want to show you, if you haven't gotten into MyBib yet, is this. So, where are we? Now, MyBib has a lot of cool features. You can have different projects set up, and it will automatically outline it for you and everything like that. But the cool thing about this is that you can put your link in, and you can choose what type of citations you want. So if you, for some reason, didn't want APA 7 and you wanted APA 6, you can change it to APA 6 and it will fix that for you. Maybe you're like, oh crap, I just need an MLA. I needed MLA. So you can change to MLA and it will change everything there for you. To put in something to cite, of course, you click Add Citation. Oops. If it will come up. Oh, there it is. Okay. If you add citation, then you can choose what type of source it is on the web so that you get the right type of citation. Website, journal, that is up to you. So with this journal, I'm going to do the journal, search for journal, article, title, or DOI. So this has a DOI right here. But I don't like the way it's formatted, but we'll give it a try. All right, because sometimes DOI is just numbers, and usually that is pretty simple to use. But this one is a little bit different. So let's go ahead and try that out. All right, so it did come up. So it says it's a credible source discussing Sunbelt freedom, which is exactly what the citation is. And you have to double check and make sure that this is all in correctly. All right, so you check the author, you check the title. All right, so it's Quintard Taylor. I'm going to make sure that his full name is there just to, oops, just to say it's there. It has all this other information here, it has the page range, it has the date we accessed if you're doing MLA. All right, it has all of this information here. And then we're going to click save. All right, so it came up right here. But this is MLA format, right? We have to go up and change back to APA. Let me change that. And here is your article. All right. And it also shows you what your in-text citation should be. So when you're writing those in-text citations, it's the author's last name, comma, and year of publication. All right. So going back here, that is pretty much the differences in this essay number 3. If you have any questions, please let me know. I am